Welcome, my friends. I can't even see me because I'm so high. I'm just trying to turn on the night vision so you can all see me. Welcome to Wednesday Night Yin. I'm here in the studio with all my friends, none of whom want to be on camera, but that's okay. We're going to do some yin tonight. Now, when you start, let's start on the back, right? If you have some blocks, if you have a blanket, that's going to be helpful. It's not necessary if you're at home and you don't have anything like that. I'll tell you what to do. But just start by lying on your back. You can lie flat on your back with your legs extended. If you'd rather bend your knees, put your feet on the ground, that's fine too. Just take your first few moments, just allow yourself to arrive here. To bring your focus to your breath. Linda. Since we're doing yin tonight, we don't have to focus so hard on controlling the breath. Just kind of letting your breath go, letting it do what it wants to do. But you're still bringing your focus, your awareness there. Letting your breath take over your body. As your breath takes over, brings you just to full focus on your mat and your practice. It brings you to full presence. To your mat, to your practice. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body. Notice what it's feeling. Allow it to feel whatever it's feeling. A lot of stuff going on out there in the world. That's why we use yoga. That's our escape. It's our time to check in with ourselves. That's what yin is perfect for. Going within. Really focusing on what's going on with you and your body. And yourself and your body feel whatever it needs to feel. All right. Now, when you're ready, start moving here. All I'm going to do at first, right? You're on your back. If you're not on your back, bring yourself there, right? Take your right knee, hug it into your chest. Let your left leg extend long. Right? We're just going to take that right knee and kind of stir the pot with it, right? Take it towards the inside of your body. Let it push a little bit away from your body. Bring it over outside to the right, and then pull it all the way back in. It's like you're stirring that pot of soup up on the ceiling. Use this vision. Do it 3 or 4 times. Go in this direction. And then the pause. Go the other direction. So you're hugging that right knee in. Now let it go to the outside of your body first. Then take it away. Bring it to the left and bring it back in. And just stir here. And the next time you've got that knee hugged in, take a little pause. Now from here, you're just going to take your left hand, drop it down to your left hip, right? You're going to take your right hand to the inside of your right knee and just push that right knee open, right? So you're like in this reclining tree. I'm going to turn towards the camera just for a second here. You guys can see like this, right? Put that left hand on your left hip. Just keep that left hip down, right? Maybe you take your right hand, put it on the inside of your right thigh. You're going to push it down further. Maybe just let your hands relax on your belly or your sides. Just kind of letting that knee fall open. The ends, we hold these stretch a little longer. We're just going to stay here for about a minute, letting that knee open up. About 3 more breaths here. And then you're going to pull that right knee back up. Hug it back into your chest. Right now, let your right arm go out long, like a wing. Right, so it's coming straight out of your shoulder blade. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and just draw that right knee across your body towards the left. Right? Probably won't come down to the ground. You can see my right knee. Right? It's definitely not coming down to the ground. I shoot myself in the camera. My big butt's in the way. It's okay. You're just taking that little twist. Keep that right shoulder anchored. Keep looking over your right shoulder. You're just pressing down with that left hand. Like it doesn't matter if your right knee hit the ground or not. About 3 more breaths here. And then bring that right knee back in. You're going to give it one last hug, just right into your chest. Maybe angle that right knee toward your right armpit a little bit as you're hugging it in. And then when you're ready here, just release that right leg, let it go long. Now we're going to do all that on the left side. So you're going to take your left knee, hug it into your chest. First, just give it a little squeeze in. Then we're going to start to stir the pot. Right, so again, we're going towards the inside of the body first. Take that left knee towards the inside, push it away, take it to the outside, pull it back in. So you're just circling around with that knee. Stirring that pot on the ceiling with your knee. Do 3 or 4 circles here. And then come to stop here. Now go the other way, right? Take that knee out outside your body first, then push it away. Bring it back in towards, across towards the right, and then bring it back into your chest. Now you're just circling around, same circle, just go in the other direction. When you're ready, bring that knee back in. Now we're going to open up again. So here, now you're going to take your right hand, drop it to your right hip, take that left hand to the inside of your left knee. And you're just going to push that left knee open to the left. So the sole of your left foot is coming towards your right inner thigh. You're keeping that right hand on the right hip. Just keep that right hip anchored, right? If you want to take that left hand, maybe you push down on your inner thigh, push down on your knee, right? Maybe you just let those hands relax. Lay right here, looking at, call this fallen tree, right? Because it's like your tree pose with that sole of the foot to the inside of the opposite leg. Just a tree pose on the ground. And hang out here for a minute or so. Feel it right through your left leg, that inner thigh, through that hip, just starting to release. When you're ready here, take that left knee, put it into your chest. Again, and then we're going to take it the other way, right? So you're going to let that left arm come out long, straight out of your shoulder blade. So look over your left shoulder, take your right hand to the outside of your left knee, and then just guide that left knee over to the right side of your body. And so again, now you can definitely see that my left knee is not hitting the ground here, right? I'm pushing it towards the ground with my right hand. I'm looking over my left shoulder. Couple more breaths here, 2 or 3 more breaths. Now bring that left knee back in, hug it into your chest. And again, we're going to bring that right knee in now to join that. I shouldn't say again, we didn't do this last time, but keep that left knee hugged in. Bring that right knee in. So now you're hugging both knees into your chest. You're curled up in that little ball. You can lift your head and shoulders here if you want to. So cut that low back. Right, if that doesn't feel good, then keep that head down. Okay? And then from there, just bring your hands to the crease of your knees. Rock yourself up into a seated position. Now, what we're going to do here, right, I'm going to come around, face you guys. Who else is here now? Both Lindas. Oh, and Erica. Hi, Erica. We're going to come around. You're going to come into a deer position. So you're going to bring that right leg across, right? Let your right knee come down. So I'm leaning way to the right so that that right knee can come to the ground. Then I'm going to pull my left knee around, right? So now I've got the sole of my right foot against my left inner thigh. I've got that left heel back towards my left glute. Now, if this is uncomfortable to you, you can move that left knee away. You can straighten that left knee out a little bit. You might have to lean more to the right. It's okay, right? If you pull it all in and that feels good, that's where you're gonna be, right? So what we're gonna do here first, right? You're just gonna take your right hand outside your right hip. Take your left hand up to the sky. Now you're gonna reach over with your left hand. You're gonna push into your right hand, right? And you're gonna push into both your knees. Maybe here, as you come over, you can lift your hips up off the mat. So you're really reaching. I'm reaching myself almost right off the flame, right? Right, now I'm pushing my chest up. I'm kind of looking up, so my chest is starting to spin towards the ceiling, right? If you do this with your hips down, it's all good. Hips are down. You're still opening your chest up towards the ceiling. Now from here, right, if you've got your hips up, let them come back down. Take both hands up to the sky. Right, now from here, I want you to take your left hand and just drop it down outside your left ankle. Take that right hand and just reach it over. Just take about 3 breaths here. And then you're going to turn your chest down towards that left shin. So now your right arm's kind of coming across, right? Your right palm's open towards the back of the room, your right thumb's up to the sky. Just hold here for 3 breaths. Bring both arms back up overhead, reach up high. As you exhale here, now you're going to bend into your right elbow. You're going to lean to the right, drop your right elbow down to the mat outside your right thigh. Right? Take that left hand straight up to the sky, and then again you're going to reach that left hand right over your left bicep, right? So your left arm's going right over your ear, so kind of spiraling that chest up to the sky like we did when we lifted the hips, even if you didn't lift the hips, right? Except here, we're down on our forearm. Take about 3 breaths here. Now, your chest is kind of angling up towards the ceiling here. Keep your right forearm where it is. Just turn your chest now towards your right forearm. And again, let that left arm now kind of come past your face. Or you can't see my left hand, but if you could, now my left palm is open towards the back of the room. My left thumb up to the sky as my chest starts to face my right forearm. Few breaths here. Now, push away from the mat with that right hand. You're going to draw yourself all the way up. You can unwind first, right? Bring your hands all the way up overhead. I'm going to scoot a little more this way so you guys at home can see, right? But I've got both hands up overhead. Now I'm going to turn my whole torso towards my right leg and drop both hands down. So my hands are in between my left knee and my left hip, both hands, right? They're not back here, and they're not here, right? They're here facing towards the right side of the room. Your chest starts to face towards the right side of the room. You're going to walk yourself down here, right? So start to walk your hands out. Most people can probably come down to their forearms. If you can't stand your palms, if it feels good to you, you can extend your arms and come all the way down to your chest and head. If that's you and that feels good, then go for it, right? Stay right here, stay right here. Right? Find your version, but keep that chest now totally turned towards the right side of the room. We're going to hold this a little longer, right? This should be a comfortable pose. Shouldn't be too much uncomfortable sensation going on. You're going to start to feel it a little bit in your hips, in your spine as you twist it out. Start to feel that kind of cleansing effect. Hopefully you didn't eat a heavy dinner yet today. If you did, okay, it's not feeling that comfortable in the belly or anywhere else, just focus on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice and observe your breath. Send your breath to wherever your body's hurting. Allow your breath to restore you. Few more breaths here. Now we're going to slowly start to walk back up here, right? Walk back up to your palms, then bring your chest back towards the front of the room. So now your chest is facing your right shin. Now you have options here, right? We're going to fold forward. You can stay in this deer position and just start to walk your hands as far forward as you can. A little bit harder to get far forward there. But you can always drop down to your forearms or to your head and your chest, right? Or you can stay on your palms. If you want a little bit more, you can turn it into a full pigeon. In pigeon, you then extend your left leg back behind you. Here I'll come sideways, as you guys can see. Right, so I'm extending my left leg all the way back behind me, pushing my left hip down towards my right heel. So letting that left hip come towards the left heel, and then right, maybe to your forearms, maybe to your chest. That right hip, if you're in full deer, is lifted off the ground for most people, right? Because you're pressing that left hip down. You're not leaning to the right. If you stay in deer, then you are leaning to the right. You are still keeping that right foot flat on the ground. So you decide, right? Whether you want to be in that deer position or whether you want to be in full pigeon. So deer, I look like this. And pigeon, I'm going to look like this. Now we're starting to hold these a little bit longer, right, as we come through them. If you're in pigeon and it feels like too much, you can try working your right heel a little bit back towards your groin, right, take a little pressure off. If you're in pigeon and you still need more, then start to walk your right toes more up towards the left front corner of your mat. So you should feel some intense sensation right now in your right hip, whether you're in deer or you're in pigeon. That's what we're going for. Allow your body to feel whatever it's feeling. Hold a lot of negative emotions in our hips. Fear, anger, frustration, all those emotions, when we feel those, cause our hips to get tight. We've got to release muscles to release all those negative feelings. Take another 4 breaths here. Now, when you're ready, come back up to your palms, right? Now, if you were in pigeon, now you're going to let that left hip come to the ground. So you're going to lean to the left. And then what we're going to do here, if you were still in deer, then you're here, right? You're going to take that left leg, lean way over to the right, swing that left leg in front of you, and then pull the sole of your right foot against your left inner thigh. See? Stand up here, right? Just in this half butterfly position. From my left foot pointed forward, my right knee out to the side. You're going to angle yourself towards that left leg, right? Towards the one that was just crunched up. Or, sorry, the one that was extended in front of you, right? And you're going to extend it behind you. Now it's extended in front of you. You're going to walk over it. So we're coming into that seated half butterfly. So you're bringing your nose towards your left knee. Now you can put a little bend in your left knee if that helps. Maybe you can reach and grab onto your feet or your toes if you can. That's great. Maybe your hands are just at your ankle, your shin, your knees. Maybe they're just on the mat beside you. Wherever they are, it's all good. Okay? Hold this for another minute or so. You should feel this in your left hamstring, right? That's what we're going for. You'll feel a little bit in your low back as you're turning your torso to the left. Three more breaths here. And then slowly let yourself come up. Right now, you're gonna take that right leg, you're gonna extend your right leg long to join your left, right? We're gonna come into a full seated forward fold here. I'll turn to the side, it goes like this. Put my feet flexed, they're coming back towards me. I'm gonna sweep my hands up to the sky and then keep my back nice and flat. Just fold right over both legs. And again, maybe your hands land on your feet, maybe land on your ankles or your shins or your knees. Right? This is yin. So you don't have to do that yang action. You have to reach and grab, right? Just come up and float down. Let everything land where it's going to land. And you should feel this in your hamstrings. You want to feel it in your low back. If you feel it in your low back, then maybe bend your knees a little bit. Take some of the pressure out. Maybe you have to lift your chest a little higher so you don't feel it in your back, right? Find that place. You might look like this. And that's great. That's a lot better than forcing yourself into the pose where your back is screaming at you. All right? Take about 4 more breaths here. And slowly let yourself come up. Now, as we come all the way up here, we're going to come into a bound ankle position. That means you're going to bend into both knees and bring the soles of your feet together. Right? Letting your knees fall out to the side. Now, I've got the blocks here. Let me grab them. If you want to use your blocks here, you can, right? You need to take those blocks, let them go right underneath your legs, get a little support. You don't have to use the blocks. Go without it. You don't need to. Maybe only use it on one side, right? If you've got one knee that goes way higher than the other that needs to rest into something, you can do that. Or if you don't have any blocks, right? Maybe you should move your feet a little further away. Take a little pressure off, right? If you need more sensation in your legs, you guys have heard me say a million times, the answer is always to pull those heels in closer to your body. Now, you can be sitting up nice and tall here, like there's a string on top of your head, going up to the ceiling, right? If that feels good, you stay right there, putting all the focus on your legs. If you want to start to lean forward a little bit, you can, right? Keeping your back flat, maybe you can walk your hands a little bit in front of your feet. So you feel a little bit of a stretch in your low back, a little more intensity in your legs. Right? Maybe you stay right there. Maybe you want that full turtle. That's when you take your hands and you slide them underneath your ankles and then wrap your hands around your feet from the outside. Right? If you come there, then you can round out, tuck your chin to your chest, drop your forehead down toward your knees. That's a lot of stretch in the low back. Too much for some people, right? You can stay here, or you can stay here sitting up tall. These are all great options. Just find what your body's needing tonight. Hold it for a minute or so. from here, we're gonna make our way back. Bring your knees together. Just come to a hook line, just like this, right? You're gonna take your hands back behind you. Just kind of windshield your legs back and forth a couple times each way. Back and forth. Now, we're gonna do all that stuff on the other leg, right? So when you're ready, you're gonna come back into that deer position, but we're gonna bring the left shin in front this time, right? So bring my left shin to the front of the mat. I'm gonna lean way over to the left so I can get that knee down to the ground, then bring that right knee to the sole of my left foot. All right, so now I'm here, and again, if you need to move that right knee a little bit away, if you need to kick that right foot away from your glute a little bit, right, make it comfortable to you. We're gonna start with that mermaid lift, so you're gonna bring your left hand outside your left hip, right hand goes straight up to the sky, and then you're gonna press into your left hand, you're gonna press into your knees. Maybe you can lift your hips up off the mat as you reach those right fingertips over your left shoulder. Maybe your hips have to stay down, you're still reaching, still spiraling that chest open, like try to get your chest to face the ceiling. Take 3 breaths here. And let everything come back down. Come around. Take both hands up to the sky. Now you're going to drop your right hand down outside your right ankle. Take that left hand, reach it up and over. So right now your left bicep just coming over that left ear. So you feel that opening all along your left side body. And then turn your chest towards your left shin, right? So now you're bringing that left hand kind of in front of your, across your body and in front of your face. So your left palm's open towards the back of the room, your left thumb's up to the sky. So rest here. Come back up, all the way up with your arms overhead. Now you're going to bend into that left elbow. Drop that left elbow down outside your left thigh. Taking that right hand straight up, and then just like before, you're going to reach it over, right? Spin your chest up towards the ceiling, so you're kind of looking underneath your right armpit, trying to spin your chest up. Just a couple breaths here. And then turn your chest down towards your left forearm. Reach that right hand across. Now your right palm is open towards the back of the room. Your right thumb's up to the sky. Your chest is facing your left forearm. Now, push away from the mat with your left hand. We're going to come all the way back up. Reach both hands up overhead. And then turn your torso towards your left leg. Drop your hands down so your hands are outside your left thigh, in between your left knee and your left hip. With that twisted deer. So again, maybe you just walk your hands a couple inches forward. That might be what it looks like for you. Maybe you can drop down to your forearms. Maybe you can take your arms out all the way and let your head come down to the mat. Fine for you. The right hip here is lifting up off the ground as you turn towards that left thigh. So we're going to hold these a little longer. Stay here for a minute and a half. Letting your body twist out. Now, 4 more breaths. slowly to your palms if you're not already. Allow yourself to untwist. Bring your hands down in front of your left shin between your left knee and your left ankle. Now we're going to come forward here. You can stay in deer and just walk it out as far as your body wants to go. If you want to take it to full pigeon, then you're taking that right leg, shooting it back behind you, taking that right hip, bringing your right hip towards your left heel, right? I still bring my hands in front of that left shin. Pigeon, let myself come down. Again, if you're in pigeon, then that left hip lifted up off the mat. If you're in deer, your left hip stays on the mat. For most of us, it's a little bit tighter on the left side. So you don't have to look exactly the same as you looked on the right side here on the left side. It's going to be a little bit different. I want you to be feeling the same thing you're feeling on the right. And that same sensation, that edge, that place where there's enough sensation that you don't want to stay here all night. There's not so much sensation that you can't stay here for a few more breaths. We're going to stay here for another minute or so in this pigeon/deer, whichever one you're doing. Let your body surrender to it. Oh, good. About 3 more breaths. Slowly start to bring it up. Right now, if you're in that pigeon, let your left hip come down to the mat. And then everybody's going to take that right leg. Now you're swinging the right leg around in front of you. So you're coming into this half butterfly position here. So the sole of your left foot is against that right inner thigh. Left knee's out to the side. If your left knee is up high, right, that happens to some people. You can always put a block or a blanket underneath it, give it a little bit of support. If it's just hanging out a little bit, it doesn't bother you, you don't have to, right? Make it comfortable. And then angle your torso towards your right leg. You're just going to walk out over that right leg. So you're reaching. You can grab your foot, that's great. Right? You don't have to force yourself there. If your hands are just on the mat on either side of your right leg, it's fine. They can be on your ankle or your shin. Keep that back nice and flat. Keep the crown of your head somewhere in between, straight up to the sky and straight towards the front of the room, right? You don't want to tuck your chin to your chest, the crown of your head's going towards your right knee. Keep your back nice and flat here. About 4 more breaths. Slowly peel up. Now, as you peel up here, just like we did on the other side, you're just going to take that left leg now, kick it long, right? So you're going to come into this regular seated forward fold. We didn't stay very long. We did it last time. We're not going to stay very long this time either, right? But I want you to let your body come fully into it. Really reach your hands up to the sky, turn your palms towards your feet, and just fold forward. See what happens, right? Maybe you're getting a little deeper this time than you were last time. Maybe not. Up and over. You need to bend your knees, bend your knees. You need to lift your chest, lift your chest. Keep that sensation in the hamstring. Just take about 5 breaths here. I'm ready. Slowly come up here. Now, remember last time we went into bound ankle here, right? This time, now we're going to come into bound ankle again, but we're going to come into a reclining bound ankle, right? So you're going to let yourself lay all the way down. You can put your feet in bound ankle first and then lie down, or you can extend your legs, come lie down, then bring your feet to bound ankle. So now we're in that reclining bound ankle, right? Again, you can use your blocks if that feels good to you. Put them underneath your knees. Here, maybe you don't need them, maybe your knees are going flat to the ground because you have that kind of flexibility. If you do, that's great, right? You decide what you want to do with your hands here. They can be resting on your belly, they can rest at your sides. Maybe you want to take them to your inner thighs or your knees, push those legs further open. Maybe you want to take them up overhead and open up your upper body. It's your pose. Discover what your body needs. If you want if you want more sensation in the pose, bring the heels closer to your glutes. If you need to back it off a little bit, push them further away, make more of a diamond shape. Find your happy place here. You stay here for another couple minutes. Make it feel comfortable. Read in the comments. Linda says she's watching from a distance. I don't know what that means, Linda. Are you at home? I mean, you're watching from a distance at home, or are you like in Hawaii or Utah or something? I know you said you were going to travel soon. I don't know, Linda, she could be anywhere in the world, right? Wherever you are, right? You're at home, you're in the studio, we're in a foreign country, right? You're staying in your bound ankle. Just a few more breaths. Now, slowly start to bring your knees together. Let your feet be flat on the ground and your knees up to the sky. So now we're here in this constructive rest position. It means our head and shoulders are on the ground. The knees are up to the sky. Here, you're going to take your left leg. Let it go all the way long so your left heel's coming to the ground. You're going to take your right leg straight up to the sky. We're just going to do a little hamstring stretch here. That means you're going to grab behind your right leg somewhere, right? You can grab, it could be just behind your thigh like I'm doing right now, Maybe you can get up to your knee as you pull that leg in. If you're super flexible, maybe you can put your hands around your calf or your ankle or even your foot, right? And wherever you are, try to keep that right leg as straight as possible. See, I grabbed my foot to show you. I kind of bent my knee a little bit to get it closer to my body so I could grab my foot. I don't want you to do that, right? I want you to try to keep that leg mostly straight. Get those toes going back towards your face. Even if it means it comes a little further away from your body, that's better than bending into your knee. Now think about that left leg, right? I want you to push that left thigh bone down into the mat. Right? You can see mine didn't touch the mat, but I pushed it down further. It's giving me a little more sensation in that right hamstring. Just take 4 more breaths here. Let your hands come down. Keep that right leg up to the sky. I hope you're still watching in decay. It's about to do your favorite pose here, right? You're going to take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and just let that right knee come, or let that whole right leg, right? Keep your right leg straight. And that whole right leg across your body. Come roll over until your foot lands on the ground. Boom. So like this, right? So my right hip came up. I rolled a little bit over onto my left hip. It's all good, right? Now, I'm going to reach that left hand out. Maybe I can kick my right leg up enough that I can grab a hold of my right foot. Feels like this. If you can do that, that's okay, right? Then you're just reaching towards it. You can probably like this or like this, and that's all good, right? Find your spot. Now, once you're there, bend into your left knee. See, I'm bending into my left knee. I'm bringing that left heel towards my left glute. Now I'm going to take my right hand. I'm trying to think this so you guys can see my right hand. The camera's moving around back there. If I can, I'm going to grab on to my left foot with my right hand. Or yeah, that's my right foot. That's my left foot with my right hand, right? And then from there, I'm putting my left foot back down, and I'm going to really push my right shoulder towards the ground. So you keep grabbing your tail. Your whole chest should be open towards the ceiling, right? Now maybe that's not possible with grabbing onto the feet. You might not be grabbing onto any feet, right? You're just here, and that's okay, right? Just push that right shoulder down, get that right chest pointed out towards the sky. Bring that left heel as close to your left glute as you can. Take that right leg over as far as you can. More breaths here. Now, if you made any of those connections, right, you're going to release here. So just let go, right? And then you're going to bend back into your right knee. Bring it on top of your left. And then roll back over onto your back. Sit both knees are back to the sky. Bring your hands to your sides. Now we're going to do that going the other way. So this time your right leg is going to go all the way along. You're pushing that right thigh bone towards the ground. You're kicking your left leg up to the sky. And you're just going to grab wherever you can around your left leg. And again, maybe it's here on your thigh. Be behind your knee or your calf, your ankle, or your foot, all good. Really flex that left foot. Put those toes back towards your face. Keep your left leg as straight as you can as you pull it back towards you. Pushing that right thigh towards the ground. So you really feel that sensation along your left hamstring. Let's do 4 or 5 breaths right here. Just stay there. Now, release behind your left leg. When it comes that cat grabbing the tail, now you guys at home, you can see it from the other ankle, right? I'm taking my right hand to the outside of my left knee, letting that whole left leg come over to the left. So I'm going to let it come until my left foot hits the ground, right? Now, kicking that left foot up as much as I can. Maybe I can reach my left toes with my right hand if I can't, right? Then there's some space there. That's okay, right? Now, you're bending into your right knee, bring that right heel toward your right glute as much as you can. And then you're going to slide that left hand down. Maybe you can grab your right foot. Now I can grab it if I lift it up, right? I can lift it up and grab it. But then I want everything to come back down once I'm holding it. Most importantly, I want that left shoulder to push down so that my chest is up towards the ceiling. I'm looking up towards the ceiling. Few more breaths here. And then release whatever connections you've made. Right, just let your arms go long. Bend back into that left knee, the top one. Bring it on top of the right, and then roll back over onto your back. Bring your knees up to the sky. Toggle your feet out wide to the edges of your mat so that your pinky toes line up here with the edges of your mat. Take your arms out super long. Just windshield wiper here a couple times, just like we did when we were sitting up before. Those knees go back and forth, and then pause with both knees over to the right. And maybe neither of them hit the ground, neither mine are hitting the ground right now. I just want you to hold this twist for like 4 breaths. Finish off with a little twist here. Help our bodies seal off the practice before we go into our Shavasana. Now pull your knees back up to center here. And then let your knees go over to the left and just hold right there. Again, maybe one knee's hitting the ground, maybe neither knee's hitting the ground. Your arms are still long, shoulders are still anchored. You're looking over your right shoulder now. And then pull your knees back up to center. Let both feet be on the ground. Maybe you want to take those knees and give them one last hug into your chest. We're going to sit up here for Shavasana. Right? In your traditional Shavasana, you're flat on your back. You let your legs go long. You've got your hands at your sides, palms face up or palms face down. Maybe take a towel or a shirt or something, put it over your eyes. If you don't have something like that, then just close your eyes. Let yourself really start to quiet the mind. If you're not comfortable flat on your back, don't stay here. You can always bend your knees. Maybe take them out wide again and let your knees fall in against each other this time. That takes pressure off the low back. Maybe you liked it when you're in that reclining bound ankle. That's always an option. Maybe you need to roll to your side. It's all good too. Wherever you are, right, make sure you're somewhere where you're going to be perfectly comfortable, where you're going to be able to stay perfectly still, and where your mind is going to go perfectly quiet. Even more important here in Shavasana, to take that focus to your breath and to keep that focus on your breath. You're not controlling your breath, but you're paying super close attention to what your breath is doing. Letting it start to guide you. Let it guide you right to that place. There's nothing left in your mind but you and your breath. When you can get there, that's your true quiet of the mind. slowly start to come back into the room. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, feeling that increased sensation that comes with a quiet mind. If you want to here, you can take your arms overhead, do a nice full, deep body stretch. And then from there, just let yourself roll over onto your right side in a fetal position. Take a couple breaths right there. Just reacclimate to our space where the sights and the sounds of the room come back to you. Take as long as you need right here. But when you're ready, hold and ready. Push yourself up to seated and we'll close here. Right. So we're going to close with our two Mari breaths and then an Om. Mari breath, we inhale. As we exhale, make that little humming sound in the back of the throat. And the Om is the universal syllable. Uses all parts of the throat. You can join me in these breaths, or you can just listen. Let's all close our eyes here. We're going to inhale together. Inhaling again. And then we'll inhale one final time and Om. Let your eyes drift open. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you, all of you, for sharing your energy, your practice with me this evening. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. All right, so I'm back on Saturday this week for Slow Flow. I know Dawn's not here anymore for the summer, so if you're missing Slow Flow, we're going to do one Saturday morning at 10. Join me for that. Otherwise, I'll also be here Sunday morning at 10 for the usual gentle, so hopefully I'll see you soon. Tomorrow morning at 9:30, Seema's back live in the studio for some Bollywood, so join her for that. All right, see y'all soon. Bye.